Welcome to PrimeScoreX. In this lesson, we are working on dual air brake system, primary and secondary circuits. This topic matters because CDL students do not just need a definition, they need to understand what the system does, what the examiner is testing, and how to choose the safest answer when the wording changes. We will keep the explanation practical, focused, and directly connected to the CDL exam. By the end, you should be able to explain the concept in plain English and recognize it inside a test question. A dual air brake system uses two separate circuits, so the vehicle has redundancy. If one side loses pressure, the other may still provide limited braking ability, but the vehicle is not safe to ignore. A strong CDL candidate studies the function first. That means you should ask what the component or rule is supposed to do, what danger it helps control, and what a safe driver should do when that system is not working correctly. This approach works better than memorizing scattered phrases. The system is divided into primary and secondary circuits. They are designed to reduce total brake failure risk if one circuit develops a problem. This is the first anchor point for the lesson. For the CDL exam, do not treat this as a loose vocabulary item. Treat it as a safety function. Ask what problem the part, rule, or driver action is designed to prevent, then match the answer to that function. Many trucks have two air pressure gauges, or a dual gauge. The driver must monitor both because pressure imbalance can signal a defect. This is where many students start to confuse similar terms. For the CDL exam, do not treat this as a loose vocabulary item. Treat it as a safety function. Ask what problem the part, rule, or driver action is designed to prevent, then match the answer to that function. Redundancy does not mean the driver can continue normally. A pressure problem still requires attention and safe action. The question may not use the same words you studied, but the safety logic stays the same. For the CDL exam, do not treat this as a loose vocabulary item. Treat it as a safety function. Ask what problem the part, rule, or driver action is designed to prevent, then match the answer to that function. Leaks, warning signals, and pressure behavior during checks help reveal whether the system is holding air properly. This final distinction helps you avoid answers that sound familiar but solve the wrong problem. For the CDL exam, do not treat this as a loose vocabulary item. Treat it as a safety function. Ask what problem the part, rule, or driver action is designed to prevent, then match the answer to that function. Use a simple method for every question. First, identify the vehicle condition. Second, decide what risk is present. Third, ask what action protects control, pressure, connection, traction, or legal compliance. This keeps you from picking an answer just because it contains familiar words. If the question includes words like first, best, safest, before, after, not, or except, slow down. Those words usually control the answer. Do not assume two systems make the vehicle fully safe after a failure. The test expects you to recognize that backup braking is limited and the defect must be handled seriously. The fastest way to avoid this mistake is to explain the answer before looking at the choices. If your explanation is clear, wrong choices become easier to reject. If your explanation is vague, every answer starts to sound possible. CDL success comes from controlled reasoning, not guessing from memory. If one circuit fails, the safest answer is not to keep driving as usual. Think limited braking, warning signs, and safe stop. The exam is usually not asking for the most complicated answer. It is asking for the safest, professional answer. That answer normally protects the driver, the vehicle, the cargo, and the public. When you are unsure, return to the basic standard. Control the risk early and do not make the situation worse. An almost right answer usually mentions a real CDL term but applies it to the wrong condition. The correct answer matches the exact function being tested. When two choices sound possible, choose the one that directly solves the stated safety problem. This is especially important in air brakes and combination vehicles, where several parts interact with each other, and one confused term can change the answer. When sitting in a cab, identify both pressure readings and explain what each one represents before beginning the air brake check. Do not only mark the correct answer and move on. Write down why the wrong answer was tempting. Was it a keyword trap, a number trap, a vehicle type trap, or a sequence trap? When you name the mistake, you train your brain not to repeat it on test day. After the exam, this topic becomes part of professional driving. The driver must notice small warnings, control the vehicle early, and avoid turning a preventable condition into an emergency. The best CDL habits are built before the truck moves. A safe driver is not only reacting to problems. A safe driver is constantly reducing the chance that problems develop in the first place. Recap. Dual air brake system, primary and secondary circuits is not just a vocabulary topic, it is a safety decision. Understand the function, notice the condition, avoid the common trap, and choose the answer that protects the vehicle, the driver, and everyone around the truck. If you can explain the concept without reading notes, you are much closer to test day confidence. That completes dual air brake system, primary and secondary circuits. Next, continue with spring brakes explained. What CDL students must know. Keep building this playlist in order, because every lesson adds one more tool for CDL test confidence and safe professional driving. Study the topic, practice a few questions, explain the rule out loud, and then move forward only when the safety logic is clear.